Good morning, welcome to Firefly Yoga. My name's Maria. Welcome to this beautiful morning. We're going to practice some yoga, but before we start, I just want you at home to be mindful, be careful of what we're doing. I can't come around and correct you, so you're doing this at your own risk, so just be very mindful of what you're doing, at what level you're working. Just stay safe. So come on to your mats. We're going to start in a laying down position, Savasana. So let's just begin the yoga practice by laying down. We need to take our hands to the sides of our bodies. Your palms are facing up. Your feet are hip distance apart, and just allow the feet to very gently roll out to the sides. And we're just going to take a few moments here, just completely surrender into the mat. Make sure your chin is tucked into your chest, and just relax. So guys, let's start with a very simple breathing technique called the yogic breath. So whilst we're laying here relaxing, it's very simple. I just want you to breathe through the nose, count of 4, and then exhale through the nose very slowly for a count of 8. Again, breathe in through the nose, raising the tummy like a big balloon, expanding the chest. And as you exhale, breathe out through the nose for a slow count of 8. Just continue with this breath. We breathe in through the nose because we are warming the air, we are filtering the air, purifying the air. So always breathe through the nose and out through the nose. Take in one nice long deep breath now, last time. And in your own time, exhale for a count of 8 through the nose. And now when you're ready, bring your feet together. Take your palms and place them down to the mat. And now we're going to inhale through the nose, taking the arms up and over to the carpet or to the mat. And as you exhale, bring your hands back down to the side of the body. Let's do that again. Let's inhale, taking the arms above the head. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back down to the side of the body. One more time, inhale, breathe through the nose. And this time, as you exhale, bring your right leg through, grabbing behind the hamstring, pulling the knee into the chest, or you can take your hands to the shin, and you're going to rotate the ankle in one direction, and then we'll go back the other way. You can point and flex the toe. And then inhale the arms up, breathing in through the nose, releasing the leg. As you exhale, we're bringing the left side either grab on the hamstring or put the hands on the shin. We're going to rotate the ankle. Go back the other way. Point and flex the toes. And release the legs. Now whilst we're here, let's stretch out the arms. So we're pulling away with the legs and we're stretching out the arms. A nice full body stretch. And then if it feels good, let's just do the right arm and the left leg. So you're pulling away in opposite sides. And then let's swap sides. Let's do the left arm and the right leg. Come back to center. And now bring both legs into the chest, grabbing behind the legs on the hamstrings. Or you can take your hands to the shins. We don't want to be pulling on the knees. Hold it here and rock from side to side. And then in your own time, if you've got high blood pressure, come and roll over to the left. Otherwise, roll over to the right. And in your own time, come up to a seated position. Okay? So if you've got a yoga block, you can sit up nice and tall on your yoga block. Okay, so we're sitting here, we've got our legs crossed. If you don't have a yoga block, you can always take a cushion or a couple of pillows, fold them up. You may even prefer to sit on your block or your cushion in this position if you find it hard to cross your legs. So we're going to practice a breathing technique called the Nadi Shodhana. This is an alternate breathing technique, so alternate nostrils. And what this does is it balances out the left and the right side of the brain. Everything in Hatha Yoga is about balance. So we're not mirroring each other at the moment. So I would like you to take your left hand onto your knee. But before that, we're going to put our hand into a mudra. A mudra in Sanskrit means gesture. So we're placing the thumb and the first finger together very lightly. We're stretching out our fingers and we're placing this hand on our knee. Okay, so the prana, our life force energy, by having our legs in the figure of 8, and also we've got this circle made with the finger and the thumb, we've got our energy moving around our body correctly. So we're bringing up our right hand now. This is Vishnu Mudra, and it is named in honour of Lord Vishnu. So the easiest way to do it is to put your palm up facing me, right hand, first and second finger down, and you're going to be placing your thumb on your right nostril. So your right nostril will be closed with the thumb. To close the left side, you're going to be using your ring finger. Okay, so ring finger to thumb, and we're just using both nostrils alternately. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Exhale through the nose. Then place your thumb on your right nostril. We're going to breathe in through the left. Close the left side with your ring finger. Now breathe out through the right. So you've released the thumb. Breathe in through the right. Close the right side with the thumb, release the left, ring finger, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close the left side, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right side, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close the left, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right, breathe out through the left. And now bring both hands into Chin Mudra. Okay? So we're going to just sit here, keeping our spine nice and long and tall. Just take a moment, take a nice deep breath in. And a nice deep breath out. Okay, so let's release the block now. I'm coming back onto my mat. I'd like you to take your right arm up, placing the left hand down, inhale, and as you exhale, just come over to the side. Let's change sides, so inhale, exhale, come over to the side, come back to the center. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee, just taking a little tiny twist to the side. Inhale, as you exhale, we're changing sides. Left hand to right knee. Come back to the center. Take the hands forward and just hold it here. Then come all the way up. Taking the hands to the back of the room so the fingers are pointing to the back. Open your chest here. And if it feels good for you and you haven't got neck problems, you can lift your bottom off, taking your neck back. Release, take the bottom to the floor, and now come over onto all fours. So we're in a box position. Your feet are hip distance apart, your hands are under your shoulders. You're pushing down with the palms of your hands, your thumb and your first finger and your little finger. Inhale, arch the back, take the eye gaze up. This is cow pose. As you exhale, you're tucking the tailbone, tucking through the abs. Inhale. Arch the back, take the eye gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Arch the back. Tuck the chin into the chest. One more time. Inhale, arching the back, taking the gaze forward and up. And this time, as you exhale, you're going to tuck your toes and you're coming back into a half down facing dog. So you're stretching through the back, the knees are still bent. Let's drop the knees again. Release the toes, looking up, back into cow pose. And again, tuck the tailbone. As you exhale, come all the way back into down facing dog. So you might want to walk the dog here, stretching out your legs. Your feet are hip distance apart. Okay, let's hold it here. So get comfortable in this position. Your feet are hip distance apart. You're working the heels down to the mat. You're pushing through the palms. And now I'm going to walk the hands all the way back to our feet. then walking the hands up the legs, and then we go. So we've had a nice warm up now, we've mobilised our body. Now we're going to do some sun salutations, okay? So this would be a vinyasa flow. It's a way of warming up the body, getting the muscles nice and warm. So we have to go at a quicker pace because we're warming up before we start the main postures. So I'm going to start on my right leg. So I'll come to this side of the mat. Your toes are touching, your heels are slightly apart, and your hands are at the sides of the body with your palms facing forward. Pulling up the muscles. Now when I say this, you're engaging all the muscles in the front of the legs. Okay, so you allow these knees to pull up, you're using the muscles in your quads. Hold it here. We're going to inhale. Take the arms above the head. As you exhale, swan dive down, bending the knees, taking the hands and framing the feet. Take the right leg back, knee down, toes down, keeping this alignment. Hands to the floor, tuck the toe, come back into plank. Your feet are hip distance apart. Plank can be on the knees. If you're here, hold it, pulling in the abs. Drop the knees. We're going to come down chin and chest. Now if this is too much, you walk down, okay? Otherwise, chin and chest down, pulling in the shoulders. Release the toes, hands next to the chest. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra, or up facing dog where the thighs leave the mat. Tuck your toes and come back into down facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Inhale, bring the right leg through, knee down, toe down. Again, watch the alignment. The feet are framing the foot. Tuck the toe, toes together. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands into prayer. I'm changing sides, left leg. Okay, toes together, heels slightly apart, hands at the side of the body, palms facing forward. Inhale, take the arms above the head. Exhale, swan dive down. Take the left leg back, knee down, toes down, hands framing the feet. Tuck the toe, come back into plank. Feet are hip distance apart. Plank can be here. Come back up into full plank if it suits. Pulling in the abs. Now drop the knees. Either walk down or make sure your elbows stick to the side of the body. Come all the way down, releasing the toes. Hands are at the chest. Baby cobra, full cobra, up facing dog. Tuck the toes. Come back into down facing dog. Take a nice long deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Strong arms, strong legs, allowing the hips to touch the sky, push them up. Inhale, if you need to, help the legs through, knee down, toes down, hands framing the feet, tuck the toe, bring the right foot in, toes are touching. Inhale, up we come, hands back into prayer. Another round on each side, okay? So right leg, again, toes touching, hands at the side of the body, palms facing forward. Inhale, arms up, exhale, swan dive down. Take the right leg back, knee down, or if you wish to advance, bring the knee up. If you're bringing the knee up, make sure your hips are low and you're pulling up that back knee. Your hands are framing the foot. Come back into plank. Okay, feet are hip distance apart. You can do plank on the knees. Hold it here. So we've got options. First option, drop the knee, walk down. Second option, you can come all the way down. Third, come all the way down. Baby cobra, full cobra, up facing dog, where the 5 leaves the mat. Come back into down facing dog. Are your feet hip distance apart? Are you working your heels down to the mat? Are you pushing down with the palms of your hands? Are your hands spread out? Are your fingers flat on the mat? Inhale, bring the right leg through, either knee up or knee down. Remember the options, okay? Drop the knee if you need to. And then we're going to walk the toe through to meet the other one. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, into prayer. Last time, left leg. I hope you're all getting warmer. So we're inhale. Exhale, swan dive down. Taking the left leg back, either knee up or knee down. Come back into plank. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Plank can be here. Hold it here. I'm going to the intermediate option, so I'm coming down onto my knees. I'm coming down to the mat. My hands are at my chest. Baby cobra, full cobra, or up facing dog. Choose your level. Come back into down facing dog. Nice deep breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale. Remember, if you need to, bring that left leg through. Make sure you've got your alignment. Hands at the side of the foot. Tuck the toe. Toes together. Inhale. Come all the way up. Hands into prayer. So, I'm a little bit breathless. We've warmed up. Our muscles should be nice and warm now. Okay, so you work on them sun salutations. Once you know your level, you can start with 1, 2, you can go all the way up to, well, as many as you want. It's a great way to warm up, and sometimes if you're feeling stiff in the morning, it's always a good idea to start the day with just doing, say, like 2 sun salutations on both legs. Right, so we're going to start with a flow now. So we're going to start on our right leg. So come to the top of the mat. Okay, so engage your abs, hands at the side of the body. Inhale, exhale, swan dive down. Take the right leg back. Keep the knee up if you can this time. Come back into plank. Knees down, chin and chest, cobra or up facing dog. Tuck the toes, come back into down facing dog. Inhale, right leg through, up into warrior 1. Okay, so you're in warrior 1. So, we're here. Your right leg is forward, okay? So your front leg, you're low in the leg. Your toes are pointing to the front of the mat. The back leg, however, is at a 45-degree angle. You're pulling up with the knee, okay? You don't want a saggy knee. Pulling it up, the arms come up. Inhale, as you exhale, just allow those shoulder blades to drop down in your back, okay? So you kind of come down as low as you can. When you're here, stay where you are. I want you to work on getting that outer foot connected to the mat. So sometimes you'll find that this foot will arch over or your heel's not on the mat. You really need to push that outer edge of that foot down. Okay? We're going to drop the back arm. The front arm is coming up. You're still low in the leg. You're pushing down that outer edge of the foot and you're just going to reach up and over. Okay? You can feel a stretch all the way up your side. going to come off the pose, coming into Warrior Two. Now Warrior Two is slightly different. Your back foot now is pointing straight to the side of the mat. Okay, so instead of being at a 45-degree angle, it's pointing to the side of the mat. And imagine an imaginary line going through the mat. Make sure you're lined up properly. Your arms come up, you inhale, exhale the shoulder blades down, open your fingers. Okay, now the difference is here, instead of your hips facing to the front of the mat, they now need to open to the side of the mat. So you're open here, pulling up the knee, outer edge of the foot down, opening here. Hold it here, look over your front arm. Now I want you to come into a star pose, which is a balancing posture. So we're going to spring off the front leg. We're going to have to move in so you can see me. And we literally, if you want to stay here, this is fine. Open up. And just hold it here. Slight bend in the standing leg. And you're opening up, nice wide star. Okay, drop the foot. We're going to turn. So arms are in T shape. You're facing the front of the mat. Still got your right leg. Arms are here. Look at the toe. I'm up high on my toe. Okay. My right arm is going under my left. And I'm lifting up. So I've got a nice stretch in the shoulders. Okay, I'm working myself down to the mat so I can feel a stretch here. Okay, we're coming up, we're going down. We're coming up. Be careful with the knees, don't bang down. Lift up, come all the way down this time. Release the toe. Okay, make sure you've got your alignment. We're going to take our arms up. And we're going to arch back. Now, if you've got neck problems, be careful. Lower back, be careful. If it feels good for you, open the arms, open your chest. If this is too much, you just stay here. Come off of the pose whenever you want to. Bring the hands down. And now we're going to do a posture where you're going to bring your foot in, and now I want your knee to go over your toe. So take your hands to your hips and come forward, okay? If you're happy to take your hands to your knee, then hold it here. This is a great stretch for the calves. If it's too much, just come off of the pose a little, okay? And if you want more, you can grab your toe, lean forward. Come off the pose. Take your hands down to the floor. Bring the feet together. And we'll just come up into the chair. And then come all the way up. Hands into prayer. So we're going to do exactly the same on the left side. So I'm going to change sides so you can see my left side. So, hands at the side of the body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Take the left leg back this time, either knee up or knee down, but your hands are framing the feet. Come back into plank. Take the knees down, chin and chest. Release the toes, baby cobra, full cobra or up facing dog. Tuck the toes and come back into down facing dog. Then we're going to bring the left leg through this time. Coming up into warrior one. So again, get your position right. So we need to come down in the leg. The toes are pointing to the front of the mat. When you bring your arms up, you don't want your shoulders up in your ears. So you inhale, exhale and allow the shoulder blades to drop. Making sure you're pulling up this knee. Great way to do that is to engage that outside foot and heel to the mat. Hold it here. So a yoga posture should feel steady and comfortable, okay? A yoga posture is mastered when the breath and the body and mind become one. So we're going to drop that back arm down now. We're inhaling and you're stretching up and over, okay? So you're getting a stretch down the side of the body. Let's open up into warrior two. So remember, imagine your imaginary line, okay? Left foot is pointing to the front. The back foot now, instead of that 45, is opened to the side of the mat. So the toes are to the side of the mat. Your hips are front. They're not pointing to the side. Yeah, your arms are up. Inhale. Exhale the arms down. Come down low in the legs. Okay, opening up. Pulling up the knee, look over the front hand, fingertips are wide and open, drawing in the energy. Okay, come off the pose. We're going into star pose. Have to just come over to the side, so a little tiny bend in the knee. Okay. If you can, take your arms up. Come back down. Come up onto that back foot, back toes. Your arms are in T-shaped. Okay, your left arm now is going under the right and you're coming down to the mat. Feeling the stretch here, hip flexors. Come down, feeling the stretch in the back. This time, come down to the mat. Hold it here. Release the toes. We're coming up into crescent moon. So the arms come up and back. If it feels good for you, you can arch back. Careful of neck problems. If it feels nice, open the chest. Come off of the pose when you've had enough. If you'd just rather be here, that's absolutely fine. Bring the foot closer in now. We're now taking the knee over the toes. So you come here, hands on hips. If you can take your hands to your thigh, making sure your heel is not leaving the mat. And if you want to, you can bring that back leg up. Coming forward. Release. Bring the toes together. Coming into chair pose. Coming all the way up. Hands into prayer. So let's come to the sides of the mats now. Turn your toes in. Feet are a little bit further than shoulder. If you put your hands out actually, put your hands down, your feet are about the same distance, okay? So hands on the hips. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Come in as far forward as you can before you drop down. Now, if you've got a block and you can't get that low, you can always hold on your block. Try and stay on the balls of your feet rather than coming too far back. And then let's just start coming over one side to the other side. So we're stretching out our inside thighs. Okay, you can take your time. And then if you come back to the middle, take your right hand down, bringing the left arm up. If you want more, you can take that left hand back, come over to the side, okay, and then take your arm up. Otherwise, if that's too much, your right hand is in the middle and you're twisting around. Okay, come back to the centre or come off the pose and just move from side to side. And then we'll do the other side. So your left hand is down in the centre and your right arm's up. If you want more, you take that right arm, taking it to the back of the room. And then you're bringing up the left arm. Come off of the pose when you want to. So you could be here. Come back to the centre. Walk the feet in. And now we're coming in to Malasana, which is a Hindi squat or a garland pose, so you're here. Okay, now this could be far too much for people. You can use your block and you can put your heels on the block, like so. But if this is way too much, then I want you to just take your hands, open up your feet and just hang here. Okay, so choose your option. Of course, when you've had enough, you just come off of the pose and come and sit on the mat. So let's take our bottoms down to the mat now. Take our legs out in front, give them a little shake. And let's just get some movement in our wrists. Let's go back the other way. Fantastic. So we're going to do a forward fold now. Tadasana. So if you want to take your bottom cheeks to the back of the room, you can lift up and then just work your way forward. Now, forward folds can be tricky for some people, so you can have your knees bent if it's too much strain on your lower back. You can just hold on to your shins, your calves, always making sure that you're using the muscles in your legs. Don't just flop here, okay? You want to use in your abs. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you can work your way forward, grabbing onto wherever you can, bending your elbows, keeping the spine as long as you possibly can. And we'll come off of that pose. So we're going to take our right leg and take it back. Okay, now if you find that when you do this you're automatically sinking, you can either prop yourself up, you can use your hand just to keep yourself forward, okay? So try and keep as central as possible. You can push yourself back, as I say, or you can take your right hand, left hand rather, to the foot and come over. Always working on not falling to the side. Let's change sides. So you're bringing your left leg back this time. Again, if you need to prop yourself up or just hold yourself so you're not falling to the side, it's absolutely fine. Otherwise, we're taking our left arm up, we're coming all the way down, crossing the arms if you can, otherwise hold on to the shin, using that leg all the time. If you do find this is far too much, sometimes sitting on a cushion or sitting on a block will bring you up higher, so you're off of, you're not putting so much pressure. Come back to the centre, give your legs a little shake. And we'll just take the feet together now. We're in a diamond shape. So we've got our legs open. We're trying to open our hips. If you can, grab onto your toes, bringing the elbows to the outside of the shins. You're welcome to just take your hands at the back of the room and sit up nice and tall. Dropping the head. Come all the way up. See if we can bring those feet in closer. So again, we're working open the hips. If you find that your hands at the side of the body, and you can work down your hips that way. Just taking your time, nice deep breaths in through the nose. Give them a little shake. And now we're going to take the right leg over the left, bring it up, and you'll twist into the side. Okay, so your left arm is grabbing onto the right knee and you'll just turn into the side. If you feel you could do some more, then you take that left leg, come back, hold it here, sit up nice and tall. Let's change sides. This time you want to take the left leg over the right. You're twisting, so your right arm is coming round the left knee. And you've got your hands, your fingers are pointing to the back of the room. You hold it here. Again, if you want more, tuck that right foot, tuck it back. Always make sure your bottom cheeks are engaged. Come back to the centre. We're going to come on to all fours now. And then we're just going to sit back into child's pose. So let's have our hands out in front. Our head is on the mat. If this is too much, you make a fist and you place your head on your fist. Otherwise, head to the mat. Let's come up. Okay, so we're going to do the camel pose. So the easiest way to do this is to bring your heels up higher, so you come up onto your toes. Take your right arm up and then take your left hand back down to your foot onto the onto your foot, hold it here and then come off of the pose. And we'll swap arms, so the left arm's coming up and your right arm is reaching back for the foot. You can try this a little harder by relaxing the foot back down to the floor. This just means you've got to reach back further. Okay, so you might want to try this. So we'll do the right arm up, left arm back, and then swap sides. If you want to try both sides, you simply go over to one side, you bring your other arm back, you open your chest. Be careful of the neck, be careful of your lower back. And then when you come off the pose, always come up one at a time. And then of course we need to come back into child's pose. This time we'll take the hands to the back of the room. So if your head doesn't touch the mat, that's okay. You can use the block, you can use it here, you can use your hands, making a fist. Take your hands to the back of the room. Come all the way up. And now we're going to come over onto our backs. I'm going to take the arms into T-shape and we're going to drop the legs to the right hand side. Bring the legs to the centre. Let's drop them to the other side, so left hand side this time. Come back to the centre. Bring up the legs. Grab onto the calves, rock from side to side. And now we're going to start with our closing poses now, so our inversions. So I'm going to give you some options. So the first option, you can literally just come over to the wall and take your legs up the wall, taking your arms into T shape, and just enjoy laying here. Inversions are fantastic. Just so relaxing. So that's one posture that you can do. We can also do a half shoulder stand, so you're here. So you've got your hands and they're nice and wide, and you're just holding up the lower back, just holding it here. Okay. If you want to, you come up into the full shoulder stand. Now, you need to get your legs up nice and high. This is very strong on the neck, so I'd be very cautious if I have neck problems. And you're working your hands lower, so whereas they were on your bottom, you're working them higher and higher up your back, holding it here. And then if you can, we'll start taking our legs over to the plough pose. So you can practice this by just tapping one leg, tapping another leg. Okay, and then when you can come all the way over, that's when you release your hands. Now I want to show you that if you are struggling to get your legs over, you can always use the wall. So if you can imagine you are here and you can't get your legs all the way down, if you took your legs to the wall, you can always then start walking them down. So I hope you can understand and see what I'm trying to explain there. But yeah, just take your time, and if you're in the plough, just start coming out of it. So one leg, bring the other leg up, and then you take your hands to your bottom, and you very, very, very gently just come all the way down to the mat. Stretch your legs out. Take the hands to the side, just rock the bottom, releasing the lower back. If it feels nice, you can always come up and rock from side to side. You can come into the baby pose, opening up your hips, rocking from side to side. And then we're going to release the legs. And then I'd like you to take your hands into a diamond shape, and you place this shape underneath the lower back and the top of the bottom. And then you've got your elbows on the floor, you come up, taking the neck back. So again, be cautious if you've got neck problems. Just hold it here. And then release the head back down. Okay, and then we're going to take the hands behind the head, lift up the head, and release back down. And then we're going to come up to our meditation posture. So if you've got high blood pressure, you need to come over to the left. Otherwise, come over to the right. And then come up to a seated position. Okay, so we're going to do a very light, short meditation. So it's always nice to sit up on a block or a cushion. Okay, so yeah, if you've got a block, then come into a cross-legged position, or you might want to straddle your block. You're very welcome to just sit up against a wall if that suits you. If you just want to be involved but you prefer to lay down on the mat, then of course go ahead and do that. I will just come a little closer and I'll sit here. And this meditation is called Smile and Be Happy. Okay, so we'll begin now by finding somewhere comfortable to sit. So like I said, you might want to slip on some warm clothes as well, if that's, you know, if you're in a chilly environment. Let's just take a couple of long, deep breaths. So you can close your eyes if that feels good for you. And we'll just start breathing and paying attention to our breath. Okay? So we'll start by breathing in for a count of 4. So you're breathing in through the nose. And then exhaling for a count of 8. Again, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose for a count of 8. Now bring your attention to your face. Are you holding any tension in your jaw, behind your eyes, or in your forehead? If so, allow those areas to soften and relax. Allow your lips and your cheeks to relax and begin to form a smile. You may like to think of something amusing or simply the love you have for your family or friends. Simply focus on whatever brings up a happy memory or feeling. And if you're holding any tension in any part of the body, allow your smile to soften that area now. Allow the muscles to soften and relax, and stay as long as you need in each area of your body until you are fully relaxed. So I want you to smile and think about what needs relaxing in your body. Is it your muscles? Is it your lower body? Your shoulders, your lower back? Breathe in, smile and soften in that area, and allow the muscles to soften and relax. So continue doing this. Think about if you've got tension in your jaw or behind the eyes. Think about that area and smile and soften. Think of something warm warm that area. And now just relax. So when you have finished relaxing one area, move on to the next until everything is fully relaxed. Now bring your awareness to your heart and feel the smile and happiness in your heart. You may like to visualize your heart chakra opening or pulsating and expanding with love energy. You may like to visualize this heart energy as pink and green light. The pink light represents unconditional love, and the green light is the colour of healing. Hold this focus, focusing on love in your heart centre. So the following are some positive affirmations to help you feel happier throughout your day. So you may like to think, I am happy and relaxed despite external circumstances. You may like to think or say, I find it easy to be happy and I smile often. I'm responsible for my own happiness. Or think of this affirmation, happiness comes easily to me. And the last affirmation, when I smile, the whole world smiles with me. So now bring your awareness back to your face. Are you feeling happier and lighter? Just smile. If your eyes are closed, just think of something happy and warm and smile. And when you leave this meditation, you will find it easier to smile and be happier throughout the day. So it's now time to leave this meditation. So very gently bring your awareness to your body, giving your fingers and your toes a wiggle. And when you feel ready, open your eyes, coming back to the room, coming back to waking consciousness. And we'll take our hands together and I'll say namaste to you guys. Thank you for joining me. So if you want to lay back on your mats now, and we'll just have a couple of minutes of just complete and total silence. So just relax back into Savasana. Of course, you're more than welcome to just stay here for as long as you want to. So your hands are at the side of the body. Your palms are facing up. Your feet are hip distance apart. And just allow the feet to very gently drop out to the side. Your chin is tucked into your chest. And we're just going to be still and quiet. So like I say, if you want to continue for longer than a couple of minutes, then that's absolutely fine. So let's be quiet now. If you want to bring some movement into your fingers and toes, and if it feels good, you might like to stretch up nice and tall, bringing your feet close together. If it feels good, you can take your hands around your shins or behind the hamstrings and rock from side to side. So like I say, guys, if you just want to stay there, that's absolutely fine. Just continue relaxing. Otherwise, come over to the left hand side if you've got high blood pressure problems. Otherwise, come over to the right, sorry. Then you come all the way up, taking your time. Thank you for joining me. Please come back and watch some more videos. You've been wonderful. My name's Maria. This has been Firefly Yoga. Thank you. Bye.